Okay, so in this video, I'm going to show you the codes. When you see codes, again, I'm not going to go into details, but at least I want to show you what the name of each component they talk about. So when you see one flashes, flame present with gas off, so that means the flame sensor could be bad. Flame sensor is here. Let me show you quickly how you take it off. There's a plug in here, right? And you take this off. It's very easy. By the way, Lennox has the most expensive flame sensors. I think these are like at least $50. Sometimes they could be $80. So basically, it's a flame sensor. If you see that, one flash, you hold this and clean it. Again, I don't recommend cleaning it. I might sound crazy. I recommend get a new one, leave it with you, and when you need it, put a new one. Cleaning, I know it works, but again, you're gonna be gambling for $50. I mean, if I spend $50 to eat every day. You know, like if I want to eat breakfast, lunch, and dinner, I need $50. So you're spending $50 for something that is going to ensure your comfort in the winter, especially in Chicago, Minnesota, Canada. You're spending $50 every 10 years is nothing. Come on. So if you think cleaning can save you money, good luck with that. Because it might work next year, 2 years later, you're gonna. And the problem is, people don't understand. This gonna break only when it's like 10 below, you know, and it's like 50-mile speed air in the outside. That's the time where it's gonna break. So don't gamble. Okay, so this is a flame sensor. Now, 2 flashes, pressure switch closed with inducer off. So basically, it's hard to explain, but what you can do to see if that code will go is you can remove this, right? Turn the AC on and put it back. That's a quick fix, but again, there's a lot to it. I can't put it all together. Sometimes you only have to do like this. Oh, by the way, this is the pressure switch. Okay, remember, pressure switch is here, flame sensor here. You have to remove the cover. Sometimes you just hit it like this, and that code will go. Again, it's not for sure, but it happened. Okay, so the next one, it will be 4 flashes, high limit switch open. So high limit switch open, limit switch is here. I'll show it to you in a minute. Basically, this is not a resettable. This is not manual reset. It's an automatic reset. I don't know if you can see it. This is manual reset. If you see there's a button here, see this button? If you click that button and you feel like it clicked, that means it was tripped. There's something overheating in this compartment. This one will overheat. It will stop the system, but it will automatically reset after it cools down. But in case it's open all the time, you know, and it stays open, that means you have a problem. There's something overheating and the limit is gone. Now remember, the high limit switch is not an operating switch. Okay, it's not like something has to turn off and on every cycle. These are operational. This has to turn on and off. You have to turn on when you need heat. These have to be on when they have heat. But the safety switch is like an airbag, right? Excuse my language. You're not going to have an airbag open every day when you turn the car on. It has to happen once every, maybe never happen, maybe once every 10 years when you have a very bad accident. So this limit basically is sensing the temperature of the heat exchanger. We're going to get to it later. But if that limit is working as an operating switch, it's off and on, overheating and cooling. Because remember, the safety switch has a reading on it, Fahrenheit reading. Like this one, it says L165 and 30. So 165, if the temperature inside that cabinet goes higher than 165, the limit will stop it, and then the blower will come on immediately. It will cool it down to minus 30 degrees. So 165, I'm not good in math, but maybe I'm good in addition. So 165 minus 30, I think it's 135. So 135, when the temperature goes down, 165 minus 30 degrees down, the limit will say, oh, it's safe to come on. It will kick again. But this is not normal operation. The system should work constantly till the temperature match whatever you set it at. You come home at 60, you put it at 70, the heat should work 100% constant till it matches. When it matches, the thermostat will say stop. Now, if it's stopping before that, there's a lot of problem. I'm going to go through these later, but it happens sometimes. If you don't change the filter, if the filter blackens the air, or the heat exchanger, I told you, if you don't have a filter and that fine auxiliary heat exchanger can be plugged so the air cannot go strong to remove the heat from the furnace and heat in your house. And then what happens is people don't know it. Then I cool down the limit switch will bring the temperature back, bring the operation back again. But again, when you're cooking, you keep the fire, right, till you finish, or you lower it. You don't stop it. Hey, let's stop the cooking for a minute, take a break, and watch TV and come. No. You have to keep it cooking. So the same thing here. You cannot stop. So this is a limit. We're going to talk about this later in more details, but at least you know what it is, how it works. Make sure if you have that flashes, you might have a bad filter. If I were you, if I don't know the filter is bad or not, I will turn the system on without filter. You can stay, my suggestion, you can stay without filter for 2 weeks. In some cases, the house is very clean. I tell people, hey, if you don't buy the filter today, you can buy it in a month. Who cares? It's not going to be a big deal. Your home is very clean. And I know the house. I know this house. I put the filter there, and they call me after 1 year sometimes, and the filter is barely brown. So I tell them, hey, don't panic. If the filter is bad, remove it. Try to buy it. I tell them maximum 2 weeks. But usually they buy it the next day. But I say, hey, you can turn the system without filter so turn the system without filter. And if this flashes go, no more flashes, you're good. Now again, for technicians, do not check the limit when the furnace is hot. You have to cool it down, because again, remember, this switch can be open. Let's say you got there, it was already 165 and the limit just open. And you put your thermometer, oh, the limit is bad. No, maybe it's not bad. Because if the furnace was cool and the system is off for a couple hours and everything is cool, and you check it as bad, yeah, you're right, it's bad. But if you check it immediately after just right, it was tripped, it's not going to help you. You have to turn the fan on and wait till the heat comes back on, though you know the limit is good. But most cases, 80% limit is not bad, honestly. There's something to do with the filter. Sometimes the blower can be bad. Sometimes I see bags. I'll show you in a minute. Sometimes I see bags that are jammed into the wheel. You see, this is the wheel, right? You see it? Let me see. And you see shopping bags in here, right? And this shopping bag will prevent the louvers from making really, really good suction. So you move the bags, you're good. So anything that slows down the airflow, it will cause that for flashes. Okay, and as I was telling you, if you have this jumped and you don't remove it, and somebody forgot to put the cover, you're gonna be sucking whatever shopping bags. And it happened 80%. All the shopping bags and stuff are in the closet where the furnace is. Okay, so these are the 4 flashes. Now the 5 flashes not used. It looks like they don't use it here. So you have the 6 flash pressure switch cycle lockout. Same thing with this guy. Looks like again, this pressure switch is normally open. If you understand what I'm saying, when the system is off, nothing is running, no power, no heat, this usually it's opened. Like imagine there's a switch in there. And as soon as you call for heat and this inducer motor comes on, it's going to close, right? That's how, I'm going to explain later, it's a safety thing. But when you turn the heat off and no more heat, this thing should open, right? Because it's a normally open switch. But it doesn't, it sticks. So that's why I was telling you, you got to hit it a little bit like this. Or you can remove these hoses from where they are connected. It's going to take time, but at least you get my idea. You get my point. You remove these hoses where they're connected and you blow in them, in and out. In and out. You're going to hear a click. Maybe you can release that switch, okay? So, the 7th flash. So after, let's say the igniter is bad. Let's say. The furnace will try to attempt to ignite. It depends on the system. I would say maximum 6 times. And at last, after it gives up and is not igniting anymore, it will tell you lockout due to no ignition. So most cases you have a bad igniter. Again, buy a new igniter, leave it by your home, my friend. Okay? I pay for my shoes $70 every. I pay for, we spend a lot of money on our car, shoes, clothes. But when it comes to our comfort, we're so afraid. Oh no, the furnace has to work for 20 years. We don't want to spend $50 every 10 years. Come on, man, it's a lot of. No, buy an igniter, leave it by a furnace. You're gonna need it. Trust me. It's not you being cheap, because when this happened, all these heating companies they will be swamped, and you're gonna be begging them, hey man, I have no heat, and then they like to go to you. They were so slow before. They wish to go to you and change it for you for a very cheap price. But you didn't call them because you think, this guy, I don't want to spend money on HVAC. Come on. By the way, complete new system heating, air conditioning, it goes anywhere from 7,000 to maximum 15,000 for 20 years. Can you believe this? And I bought my car a few years ago. I usually buy a 1-year-old or 2-year-old car. I bought my car 3 years ago for $40,000. I'm not expecting this to gonna run for 20 years, maybe 5 years, 10 years. I'm gonna switch it. But for furnace, we are so afraid. No, we're not gonna spend. That's crazy. Get the igniter, leave it by your home. If I were you, I get all of these stuff. Igniter, leave them by my furnace. Or if you wanna do something yet much better, when the guy comes to do your maintenance, tell him, hey, this furnace is 10 years old. Everything, all these sensitive, very, very sensitive parts for heating. Remember, furnace is 90% furnace. 10% is only a blower for the AC. So this is all furnace for heating. 10% is only the blower that usually is also used for heating. So in the AC mode, there is nothing works here. These are nothing for AC. Only thing that works in the AC is the blower. And the control board has a very, very short section, or just a relay, and very, like, I would say 10% of the control board is made for AC, but everything here is heat. So if I were you, I change all the roll. I tell the guy, hey, my friend, I don't care, change for me all the rollout switches. This is like $20, maybe 30. Sometimes they're $6. I know Lennox are expensive. Change for me the limit switch, the sensor, the main limit, igniter, pressure switch. Change it. I don't care. 10 years, man. And then the guy will come to your home when it's like 70 degrees. They have nothing to do. They will tell you, oh, okay, we charge you $95 to do it. And then you're going to pay maybe $100, $200 for it, and you're done. But if you call them when it's like 0 outside, you think they're going to come to your home, hey, we're going to do all this for $75? No, they're going to charge just to go to your home at 12 o'clock at night. And think about it, you're going to get sick, God forbid. You have kids, they're going to get sick. You have dog, you have pets. And not only that, if you're going on vacation, sorry, I'm taking so long with this, but I need you to know this. If you're going on vacation, I have seen with my own eyes, people leave the house, they grow up, everybody moved, and they leave the house of the family. They don't know what to do with it. And they call me. I mean, a couple of years ago that happened in one house. It was like teens for a week. I think it was maybe 8 years ago. Anyway, the pipe froze. And this lady, again, I'm not bashing her. I told her, your furnace has to go. It's more than 20 years. It's all, and this is high efficiency. Remember, high efficiency doesn't live long as 80%. I see the real word. I don't care what you're going to tell me. High efficiency need more maintenance. There's more sweating, more rusting, and then there's more service. You can skip service on 80% for 10 years as long as you change the filter. But you cannot skip maintenance on high efficiency because there's a lot of sweating, a lot of condensation. So I went to her house. It was a disaster. Her pipe froze. And when she called this plumbing company, nobody wants to do it. I don't want to do it. I can't do it. I'm not a licensed plumber. I'm an HVAC technician. And she was begging these people to come. And when they go there, they were asking thousands of dollars. And then the problem with the broken pipe is not only like, oh, this is the pipe, just change it. No, you have to break walls. You have to go. Long time ago, 25 years ago, I was working for one lady. Same thing. But I was so afraid because I have to break her walls. And this lady, I don't want to, it's not her fault because I was supposed to let her sign a paper. I said, hey, I'm not responsible for any damages. You want me to fix this? But anything I damage, I'm not. And after that, she didn't pay me. She was like, hey, you caused so much damage to my home. It's like, she turned a deaf ear. Hey, but I told you many times. I was so nice. I know her a long time. But she just stabbed me in the back when and she told me, I don't fix the house. I cannot pay you. So anyway, that's why a lot of plumbers, they hate this job. It's a mess. So that's what I'm telling you. If you don't want to change your furnace, you don't have money, and it's old, every 10 years, change these guys. And do them when you're not when the company are slow. My boss, 20 years ago, no, I worked in a company 1999, 2000, and then 2002 and 1 I established my own business. My boss at that time, he used to send us home when it's nice, like April, there's no work, half a day, hey Raymond, guys, go home. But if you call them, hey, could do them, they rather like to be working for you and helping you. So change them, tell them, hey guys, all the roll out the limit, igniter, finish. You have no headache. It's like you're eliminating 80% of your bills, 80% of calls, 80% of headache when it's freezing. I pay for my insurance thousands of dollars a year. I used it once in 15 years, but I pay for it. You know why? Because I know it's there when I need it. Anyway, it's a long story. So we were talking about the limit. Okay, and then that's gonna be the limit, as I was telling you, number 4. So, and then we talk about pressure switch is not closing. 7, that's the igniter. I told you the igniter could be bad because not igniting. Now again, when the igniter happened and it gives you that code, some Lennox, I don't know which brand, maybe not Lennox, but some brand, they will not allow the igniter to come on. Not because the igniter is bad, and not because the control board is bad, because there's something going on, and the igniter is telling the control board, hey, do not ignite. So if you check your power coming to the igniter and you don't see power, don't judge the control board right away, because there's a huge chance there's some safety switch is telling. Again, it's rare, but it happened. Okay, now we're gonna go to lockout to flame dropout. Blackout to do many flame dropout. Someone can help me with this. Dropout. I wish my furnace was working. I have a bad prop blower. Incorrect live voltage passing. So if you see number 9, somebody usually happen when the installation, somebody switched the power, the common to hot and hot to common. So switch it. Number 9, okay? And then green indicate high heat state. So this is 2-stage. It tells you lid off, no demand, lid on, high heat demand. So these are easy stuff. Okay, so that's all what I can tell you for the flashes. We're gonna jump to another video. I think we're gonna talk about pressure switches. Let me see.